jokes on me. Downloaded this thing to tell me how much time I spend on my phone, and now every time I go to open my phone, it's like, you're already over the limit, don't open your phone. Look, you've already spent 2.5 hours on your phone. Shut up. You know that joke that you've never heard before? I haven't filmed a video since last year. No word of a lie though, it feels like I have not filmed in forever, and I don't know what I'm doing. It's only my 4th day out here. Happy 2019 to everybody. We are going to talk about all the trends that we are going to ditch. We're going to leave them behind. We're going to throw them way back into 2018. Sayonara, auf Wiedersehen, 안녕히 가세요, bye. And we're never going to see them again, I pray. Make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you don't miss my notifications, because that was a big trend in 2018 as well, wasn't it? That one can go as well. But anyway, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel, and let's jump into the video. The first thing that we need to leave in 2018 is blackfishing. Let it go. Don't do it anymore. If you are somebody who has blackfished in the past or who is currently blackfishing right now, don't do it anymore. If you are somebody who has seen somebody else blackfishing, tell them to stop. Don't encourage it, please. And if you don't know what blackfishing is, if you've never heard of it before, it's basically when somebody presents themselves in such a way that can cause ambiguity to their race. Specifically, it can make people think they're black, which will generally mean that other black people will lend their support to them in the way that we do as a community. You know, you want to support people who have experienced a struggle, keyword being struggle. Now imagine your disappointment when you find out that that person has never struggled in the way that you think they have struggled, because they're not actually black. They're not. They were fooling you. There was a girl who kind of went viral in 2018 for her blackfishing antics. She would wear like a lot of fake tan. I don't know if it was fake tan or whether she was really tanning, but she would use foundation that was multiple shades darker than her skin tone. She would curl her hair. If you want to have a tan, if you want to curl your hair, you know, fine, because that in itself is not blackfishing. But she was letting people think she was black. She was appearing on Instagram pages that support black girls and mixed girls, like melanin, what the heck is that? Melanin magic pages, hashtag black girl magic, and the melanin came out of a bottle. You know, what's the problem with wanting to look black? Is it not support? But no, the problem is when you are getting sponsorship deals from your Instagram page, when you are getting fame in a way, popularity from being black. You're not dealing with the hard parts of being black. You know, you haven't dealt with the struggle. You know, you grew up white. You were never scapegoated, you were never targeted by police and teachers who just assumed that you would be a troublemaker. How can you sleep in the bed that you haven't made? But this video is not about blackfishing. This is just one small trend, one small thing that needs to end in 2018. Number 2, the second trend that needs to end in 2018 is fetish sizing. How do you pronounce that word? Fetish sizing. We need to end that. The whole thing of turning people into a fetish or turning certain things about people into a fetish, whether it be feet, whether it be a disability, whether it be a mental illness, don't fetish size it, please. And specifically for this video, please stop doing that with race and ethnicity. Please stop that. I've experienced it myself, because for me 2018 was the year of dating, experienced trying out dating apps and stuff, and I cannot tell you how many people I ran into on that app who completely turned me into a fetish. I actually met up with one of them because his fetishism did not reveal itself until later on, but in the early stages I had somebody, their very first message to me on the whole app, like they didn't say hello, they didn't say, you know, anything else. I think the very first thing they said to me was caramel cutie. Bye. Because I even had something in my bio that said, like, if you read my bio, make sure that you say this, because that way I know that people have at least read the bio and not just like looked at the picture, you know. So he didn't even read the bio, he didn't even look at my pictures or anything, he didn't try to say anything about anything or even introduce himself or even do the nicety of saying hello or how are you. He just says caramel cutie. And then let me tell you, I actually was seeing this one guy. He could have a whole story all to himself for how psycho he turned out to be, but for the purposes of this video, let me tell you, so he was not mixed race, he was not black, but he liked the mixed race girls. He told me that a bit later on. I was like, okay, that's fine, I guess, just don't make it weird. Well, then I'm over at his place. He asked me to twerk.
Boy, if you don't get...
He put on a chipmunk music video and he said, would I ever be one of these girls in a music video? You know, rubbing my butt against the car.
Two chicks in our back just waiting. Slow down, baby girl, it's late. I can't drive in the States. And I don't wanna come.
Do that if you want to do that, you know? I was thinking, what about me though? And my personality that you know so far, what makes you think that I would do that? You're just saying this because I'm mixed. Like, he was fully putting so much on me because of my race. Like, he was just imagining things about me. He was just like, yeah, she's gonna twerk. She's a music video girl. Yeah, like, no. I'm gonna take her to carnival. Yeah, we're gonna go to Notting Hill Carnival and she's gonna be whining. Like, I'm sorry, stop fetish sizing. And with Asian men as well, can we stop doing that? Because obviously I'm a fan of like K-pop, so I like a lot of the K-pop pages like on Instagram and stuff like that, and through that I witness so much fetish sizing. And I'm like, they will see any guy, any Asian guy out on the street and they'll start stalking him like there's Dispatch or something. Like, they think that they are Dispatch paps and they will follow a guy and they'll be live tweeting, I found a Korean guy in the mall, and stop it. We have to learn in 2019 to appreciate people as individuals, okay? Individuals, and don't be weird. Number 3 is a stonker. Number 3 was huge in 2018. I feel like we collectively as the human race on the internet, we did it a lot in 2018. We have been cancelling people like there's no tomorrow. Let's not do this. Because you think about what cancelled means. A TV show can get cancelled. You know, when nobody likes it anymore, it's not making money anymore, it gets cancelled. You know why? Because it's a TV show, you can cancel it, right? Plans can get cancelled. Do you know why? Because they're not a thing. They're just plans. They're not sentient. People can cancel plans. People cannot cancel people. What are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna write a letter to God? Well, this person you created was faulty and I'm not happy with how this person performed. It's cancelled. Please send it back. Is God gonna send down a recall and say, I'm recalling this person because faulty goods, I'm just recalling them? Sorry about that, my mistake, I made them wrong. That is not how cancelling works. My problem with the whole cancelling thing is not only is it impossible, but also, what do you expect somebody to do when you cancel a whole person? Does that person just not exist anymore? Of course not, they still exist, they're not cancelled. And people have the ability to change, people have the ability to rectify their mistakes. So I'm talking about the people who have had stuff dug up from years ago. Things like when they were children. People try to do it with Brother Nature, right? I think his name is like Cold Game Lev or something like that. People tried to say he was cancelled over jokes he made when he was literally like 11. Like, imagine the things you were doing when you were 11. Maybe it was different because we live in a time now where everything's online, everything is filtered. People now are very aware of their internet persona and how things can be taken out of context on a global scale. So I think these days people are a lot more PC than they used to be. Cold Game Lev was 11. He didn't know he was going to be famous. People didn't filter themselves in that way. He obviously grew up because kids say some crappy things sometimes. Kids do crappy things sometimes. They just do, because sometimes they don't understand how it can be hurtful. Sometimes they don't understand ramifications of it. And sometimes they literally don't know what they're talking about and they just say things, you know? I mean, I used to do it when I was a kid. I used to come out with some horrible swear words when I was a kid and not know even what they meant. I don't believe that people can be cancelled for those reasons. I definitely feel like sometimes you should be able to cancel somebody's channel if they do something absolutely abhorrent. You cannot cancel a person, so please stop saying so-and-so is cancelled. So-and-so is cancelled. It's a cancelling party. We cancel them. It's done. Because you're really not giving that person a chance to grow. You're not giving them a chance to become a better person if they're just cancelled. Number 4, Canada Goose jackets. So this is a trend that needs to die. I don't know so much about last year, but certainly the years before that. So it was still trailing on into 2018. People were wearing a lot of Canada Goose jackets. Somebody sat down next to me on the tube wearing a Canada Goose jacket. I had to get up and move because I was just like, your wolf fur is touching me. If you guys didn't know, Canada Goose, they use real fur, and it's the fur of coyotes and I think maybe wolves as well. They're using dog's fur on their hoods. They admit this, they say it proudly on their website. We use coyote fur from dogs caught in traps. In traps! And if you look at them, they say it's humane. It's basically a bear trap. You know, it's not a bear trap because it's set for a wolf, so it's a bit smaller, but it does the same thing. It snaps around their paw, breaks their leg. Why are you wearing this jacket? Why are you wearing this jacket? What, because it's a trend? Stop. Number 5, this is in a similar vein. So number 5 is mink eyelashes. Mink eyelashes have been a trend for 3 or 4 years, I think. And they're still going strong in 2018. Everybody and their moms, everybody wants to wear mink eyelashes. Everyone's like, oh, this is how you get the body eyelashes on Instagram. Mink eyelashes, number whatever. It's an animal. And if you're wearing mink eyelashes, if it's 100% mink, you're wearing animal fur on your eyelashes. The animal did not enjoy what happened to it in order for you to now be wearing its fur on your eyelashes. Let's not do that. And just following on from this, let's also stop using makeup that's tested on animals. Number 6 is the Twitter posts that are like, oh, $100 to any girl who didn't do this, $100 to any girl who isn't watching Love Island tonight, $100 to any girl who doesn't own this pair of Uggs. And then it gets like a whole bunch of retweets from girls who are like, me, like, I'm not wearing Uggs, I don't watch Love Island. Like, who cares? $100 to any girl who hasn't used thank you next as an Instagram caption yet. The song was a smash. I'm gonna use it as a caption if I want.
Thank you next, bitch.
So first of all, they're making the stereotype, then they're turning it negative by rewarding anybody who doesn't follow that stereotype. It's basically rewarding the I'm not like other girls mentality, which is absolutely ridiculous, because what is wrong with other girls? I'm not like other girls, okay? Does that make you better? Does it make you worse? What is an other girl to you? Are you stereotyping and now you're saying it's negative because you don't want to be like them? Like, what are you trying to gain from this? What are you trying to do? And the fact that it's usually men doing it, so it's men doing that to women, and rewarding anyone who turns against their own gender to try and appease him. So that leads me on to number 7, which is the pick me posts. Okay, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me. I'm not like other girls, pick me. You know, and usually they don't start with pick me, but that is the gist of them, and they're usually on Twitter, or sometimes you will see it on Instagram. Why do guys always choose girls that like going out? I would always just stay at home and make sure my man is well fed and well taken care of. They'll get like a whole bunch of DMs, they have a whole bunch of replies from guys being like, you're the type of girl I'm looking for, like why can't all girls be like you? It's a pick me post. It's, you know, it's putting other girls down to say pick me. You know, like, it's just those pick me posts, I just hate them. I feel like if you're gonna do a pick me post, at least try to not put other people down. So number 8 is the wigs versus natural debate. Why is it versus for one? And why is it a debate? If you want to wear a wig, wear a wig. If you want to have your hair natural, have your hair natural. Not a single one of them is better than the other. I make natural hair videos helping other people go natural if they've made that choice. You know what I mean? I'm not here to say you should go natural. You should stop relaxing your hair and you should go natural. Like, I'm not here to say that. I'm just, if you've made that decision yourself, I'm just here to show you how I did it. And this goes back to the pick me posts. You see people making pick me posts like, oh, I wear my hair natural. And if you want a girl wearing a wig, oh, what is that line? There's like a line in a song. Why are you gonna be like that? This is not a debate. Leave it in 2018. Let people do what they want to do. Number 9 has been going on for a while. It was rife in 2018. I need it to stop for my own sanity. Otherwise, I'm gonna delete Instagram. I don't like it when I'm scrolling through my Instagram. I see people, they're on their holidays. I'm like, okay, that's a cute pic. You're on your holiday, you're at the beach. You scroll down a little bit more. So you've got like, you see their shoulders. Okay, cool. You see their back. Okay, cool. And then you see their bum. Okay, cool. Slide down a little bit more. But then they're doing the thing where they're like holding their bum, like, and like, you know, when they're pulling their bum in such a way to kind of accentuate the crease under their bum cheeks. And it's like, I don't know if they're doing it to try and make their bum look more peachy, like try and make it look more full. Like, oh, look at this super deep crease that I have underneath my bum cheeks. It must mean I have a massive bum. Because to me, it makes it look like you have a saggy bum. I'm sorry if I'm just like destroying lives right now. I don't know. I don't know how other people feel about it. That's just how I feel about it. And it's just my opinion.
How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion!
I just don't think it's very flattering. I hope that we can leave that in 2018. Number 10 is, and I'm sorry because I know I'm about to destroy lives because these are really popular. Number 10 is FILA disruptors and all the variants. you know, FILA Disruptor 2, you know, whatever. I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw these, I kind of liked them. I really actually did want a pair of FILA Disruptors when I first saw them, but that was really just more of childhood wish fulfillment. Like when I was a kid, I think I had FILAs, I had Kappas, I had the chunky trainers when I was a kid. When I first saw them, I was like, oh my gosh, the chunky trainers are making a comeback. But very, very quickly, they became so popular, everyone was wearing FILAs. I just stopped liking them because for one thing, they have like the, you know, like the jagged sole, kind of like the cleated sole. And I remember that cleated soles were really popular like in 2014-ish. And I don't want to see it again. Like I was so sick of it back then. I don't want to see any more cleated soles, like this jagged sole on the bottom of trainers. That was a 2014 wave and I'm not ready for it to come back again. Like don't get me wrong, I love the ugly trainer, the dad trainer. I love the Balenciagas. They are unapologetically ugly, which I think is the beauty of them. That's the charm. But for the most part, when I see people wearing FILA Disruptors, they're usually wearing the plain white version, which to me is a safe play. Like you played it really, really safe. So you're wearing chunky trainers, but you've got them in plain white. Like you're not doing the ugly colors. They're not ugly enough to have the unapologetically ugly charm. Now they're just ugly. So then part of the reason why I don't like it is because it's such a safe play. If you liked it, if you loved the trend of ugly trainers, you would go full in, surely, right? You would go nose dive straight into that, head first into the ugly trainer trend if you liked the ugly trainer trend. But if you are a bit like, oh, I don't really like it, that's when you make a safe play. So I can't like the trend because the people following the trend don't even like it. Because if you were really loving ugly trainers, you would get ugly trainers, proper ugly trainers. Number 11 is makeup that is got a very, very heavy bake so that you can literally see the bake. Sometimes it's flashback, even when there's not a flash, sometimes you can see the lines here and here is very, very highlighted all the way from here all the way back here and very highlighted to here as well, and a very deep contour usually accompanies that as well. So the reason why I don't like that trend is, for one, because sometimes it's just not done very well, sometimes it's not blended, sometimes there's just way too much powder on, it's creasing. But the main reason why I don't like it is because quite often you will find that the people doing that believe that that is how you do makeup, but that is not how you do makeup, because there's not one way of how you do makeup. Like that is a style of makeup for sure, that's contouring, that's highlighting, that's baking, but you don't always have to do that. It's a very Western trend, but it's a very like Instagram Western trend. Instagram based makeup is not the only way to do makeup, and I would like to see some variations as to what we see on Instagram. I'd like to see more like a change, just a change in the trend. You know, I'm bored of it, and I'm bored of people thinking that that is just how you do it. Number 12 is animal print, specifically leopard print. So for me, I have never enjoyed leopard print in my life. Tiger print as well, zebra print. Zebra print has got to be the biggest offender, I think. You will understand this if you live in the UK. To me, they remind me of cat Slater. Leopard print, tiger print, zebra print is a cat Slater vibe. It can be made to look like very like catwalk, but I think it very easily turns into a tacky look. Like it's probably the easiest print to go wrong. Snake print isn't it? I was never a fan of snake print, but I'm warming to it, so you might see me in some snake print. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it might happen. But all the other three can stay, like leopard print, cheetah print, zebra print, tiger print. They can stay in 2018. Like, I don't want them to come back, but they always come back. But please, stay in 2018 this time. Number 13 is the weird nails. The weird, wacky, creepy nails that were all over Instagram in 2018. They were on BuzzFeed and they're all coming back to me now. I'm gonna have nightmares. There were people putting live ants in their nails in 2018. 2018 should go to jail for that. That should not be allowed to happen. 2018 was wild when you think of that. Somebody went like this with their teeth nails and it was just the most creepy, disgusting thing. People had little tiny doll hands coming off of their nails in 2018. And if that is not something to make you want to forget 2018 in its entirety for the rest of your life, oh, gross. Gross. Number 14 is another Instagram trend that I would love to see die. It's the clickbait Instagram video thumbnails. When people are gonna like chop all their hair off like this, or they're holding a knife randomly like they're like, I'm gonna cut all my hair off with a knife. But then that is just like one split second of the video just so that they could make it the thumbnail, but then that never actually happened. Like you click it, think, is she gonna eat foundation? Like is this something that looks like foundation but it's really food? And it's not, she's just putting makeup on, but she did that for the thumbnail so that you would click on it. Like what a waste of my 30 seconds. I just feel like if your video was good enough, maybe people would just watch it anyway without having like a really clickbaity thumbnail like that, you know, like just make your video better. And number 15, finally, this is self-care threads on Instagram. They're trash most of the time being the key phrase. They're incorrect.
That is not correct.
And sometimes they're just plain stupid. So that is it for my video today. I hope that we will all have a lovely, blessed 2019. Leave a comment down below and tell me something that you hated about 2018. And then that way, maybe you can feel a sense of release, let it go. Let's move into 2019 feeling refreshed, feeling lightweight. Let's move forward into the light. Make sure that you subscribe if you want to see any more from me. Also make sure to like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to get me on Instagram and Twitter. I will leave them linked up here and down there. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks again so much for watching. Bye!